Hello, everyone. I am KuuDefoe, and we're back at this game. Yep, I'm not well. I'm not well. Let's go. Probably mentioned it on Monday though. Anyway, last time we were Marisa. So next up we are Kanako Yasaka. Let's roll. Alright guys, it's going to Happy Friday. Do anything fun? Anything cool? Let me know. I'm always curious. Number 1. A Merciful Heart. Do you mind? I'm in a bit of a hurry. I haven't eaten anything since this morning. I'll take anything at this point, even a snake. Yamame Kurodani. That's cool. Poison water, insanity rain. I may be button mashing. I have no remembrance of how to play. Ow. Oh, here it goes. There we go. Don't get in my way for fun, you little pest. Every second I can get right now is crucial. I'm starving. Alright, fine, I'll give you some food right away. You're lucky that I was your opponent. If it were Suwako, she would have gobbled those spider like you up in one bite. Barely survived. Makes sense. Energy of the past. Underground nuclear fusion reactor. I knew it. I came down to check on the odd state of the fusion reactor, and what do I find but crude oil flowing into it? If this keeps up, the reactor will be filled with so many contaminants that we'll have to decommission it. You, who goes there? Remo? Ah, Reimu, what brings you to my nuclear fusion reactor? Well, I'm investigating incidents occurring up on the surface. There's this black water called petroleum gushing up from underground, which is obviously an issue. I see. According to an Oni informer held, the petroleum comes from somewhere close to the deepest stratum, and if I don't get down there, I have to pass through here. Have you heard anything? No, nothing. We're investigating the soil, so this is a man-made incident? Even so, it's too dangerous to let her go down there right away. The hell blazing fire is out of control right now. Time to play dumb and send her back, perhaps. This is the first time I've heard about petroleum gushing up above the underground, too. The fusion reactor doesn't require fossil fuels like petroleum either. It can keep on burning even without them. Huh? Burning? Are you saying petroleum is flammable? Wait, you didn't know? Petroleum is very flammable and very hard to put out. This is bad. This stuff's covering tons of places on the surface. So perhaps you'd be better served by returning to the surface and working to contain the spills. This fusion reactor is a clean facility that doesn't use a drop of petroleum after all. No, wait. I do have information saying that the cause is deep underground, so I have to get down to the deepest stratum from here. And by the way, what does a fusion reactor use for fuel? It forms nuclear fusion via hydrogen atoms. Why some questions? That's it. You thought some know-nothing like me would catch on, didn't you? Nuclear fusion just means petroleum. That's why your reactor is deep underground, isn't it? Right next to petroleum stratum. My, aren't you sharper than it look? Let's say you're right. Then what? Then I'll level this place and burn the source of the petroleum under its rubble. I see, so you're serious about this. If you go further below here, it'll be dangerous even for you, so I thought I'd just casually chase you off. But I suppose anything less than seriously chasing you off would be impolite. Spirit sign. Wild Union dance without reason. What, have I not been reading those? I feel like I haven't been reading those. Alright, I won't say anything more. If you're that serious, go on ahead. Beating you doesn't mean it's all over? I could have sworn that you were digging up the petroleum using your reactor. You've misunderstood. But I've also been investigating the petroleum incident. There's an incredibly unfortunate secret hidden in this petroleum reservoir, you see. To be frank, I thought you could be capable of handling the person who's down there. I see, so that's why you tried to stop me. Not that I ever needed you to. Bye! Yay! Next one. Those who grasp the world in their hands, oil barons. There doesn't seem to be any oil springing up in former hell. Looks like your bad feeling was on the mark. You could say that I'm tricking Reimu into working for me, so I suppose she deserves an apology. But I should hope that she's safely gotten past the hell of blazing fires and is limiting that foreign substance right around now. What the? More oil? My prediction said that there shouldn't be any oil appearing in hell. Show yourself, who's responsible for this? Sorry, did we splash you? Joon and Shion Yorigami. The poverty god and the pestilence god. What are you doing down in former hell? Don't call me poverty god anymore. We've gathered so much petroleum we can even bathe in this stuff. From now on, call us billionaire gods. I thought we'd be able to get even more petroleum if we went underground, but there wasn't any here, so we figured we'd just splurge on the hot springs trip. How very laid back of you. And you don't even realize how much trouble that avarice of yours is causing everyone else. That's why pestilence gods will always be pestilence gods, no matter how much time passes. Watch and weep, you lowly poor. We're gonna show you the gap between the haves and have-nots. Come at us, you destitute snake god. Here we go. Ow. Petroleum, flammable rain. Pretty good for some primitive god who can't even master the use of oil. This rocks. I'm totally fired up. Prepare yourself. Behold the true worth of an oil baron. Petroleum poverty gods, crude oil runoff pollution. Oh well, Pestilence God's Heavenly Excavator. Oh, oil well, not oh well. Just made it. Why? You're some privileged jerk who can't even master oil. A natural result. How could I ever lose to a pair of fossils who can't even master nuclear fusion? You two are the ones celebrating this petroleum boom. You're behind the times. Oh, say whatever you want. You're here. If you're here underground, then you must be after the oil too, right? Well, I suppose that's true in a way. But in my case, I only need a tiny bit of petroleum. I have a nice, fine, clean fusion reactor after all. Hey, by fusion reactor, does that mean that thing back there? Hehe, I bet. Ah, you poor thing. What's that supposed to mean? Your fresh fusion reactor, huh? I can barely stop laughing, she says with a very frowning face. Uh-oh, it's covered in water. A fusion reactor steeped in dark blue. What the heck? Did those poverty gods do this? No, they're busy with the petroleum position right now. There'd be no reason for them to harass me like this. Where could such a big amount of water come from in the first place? The fusion reactor's fire can't be put out using ordinary methods, but is there really someone there with an ability that can do this? Who's that over there? Come out here and show yourself. Whoa, what are you standing in the way for? Minamitsu Murasa. One of my favorites. Whoa, it's you! A ship phantom. I see, so this is the Myodan Temple's doing, yes? You must have such a low opinion of me. You're going to take responsibility for dumping more work on me, and it'll take far more than your death by drowning to make up for it. Stormy weather. Stormy sailing. Something tells me I'm gonna have to fight that one person again. You know who I'm talking about, the chicken. Sinking ocean region of the greedy dead. Here we go. Boat sign. Captain Molasses on misfortunate embarkation. Done. What on earth are you trying to do by flooding my fusion reactor? Sorry, I truly apologize for doing something like this without consulting you first. It was an emergency situation I intended to put back to normal afterwards. Well, I appreciate your honesty. I can put this much water back in no time at all. What I'm trying to ask is why you did this. Yes, ma'am. The black water's emergence is polluting the Myoden Temple. Upon pinpointing the source, Lady Hijiri developed a plan to submerge the Nosenius fusion reactor. You see, the black water is coming from further below the reactor, or reactor than the former hells of blazing fires. In other words, from the former hell of blood pools. So to get there, we temporarily flooded the reactor. The former hell of blood pools. You've done one hell of a bang of job here. Again, sorry. No, I mean to thank you for the crucial information. Do give Yakinen my sincere gratitude. I feel like we're about to fight Are we about to fight the chicken? The waterfall pouring into hell. Yep, we're about to fight the chicken. Oh dear, how many tries will this take us? Amazing, the hell of blazing fires completely cooled off. How could they have gotten this much water? I get the sense that this is more water than Getoki even holds. Kutaka, seems like we have another big job on our hands. It's more of a Sanzu waterfall than Sanzu River at this point. And you are? My name is Kutaka Niwatari. I oversee passages to and from other worlds. Kutaka Niwatari. What's your name? You're Niwatari, Jin. Goodness me. My apologies. I'm Kanako Yasuke. I'm a mountain god. May I ask why you opened a hole in the Sanzu Riverbed? Oh, the Sanzu Riverbed. I see the Sanzu River does have an infinite water supply. Are you trying to take advantage of this in order to make your way to hell? Well, I'm not the one who did this, but I suppose it doesn't matter to you. I'm taking advantage of it to make my way underground after all. You may be the mountain god, but you simply can't forgive such selfless behavior. I'm going to need you to leave this place at once. How long will this take us to beat? Here comes the first one. Long cry. Awaken, O buried phantoms. It's going to be very bad if you keep falling at this rate. I have to get serious about driving you out before you arrive at the most loathsome abandoned hell of all. Whistle sign. Oh, phantoms, return to thy proper place. Niwatari, picturesque view of former hell. Yep, here we go. Honestly, I'm surprised he even did that. Oh, we're not done? Niwatari, Algorithms Phantom. Oh, yeah, this one's the one. Come on! Come on! Okay, good. Oh. How strong? How abominably strong. We're only causing this water to temporarily cool off the plate. Well, the plate's faster. We're only doing this in order for me to reach the form of hell of blood pool and stop the oil pollution. I'd like to request Iwatari Jin's official permission regarding this matter. Is that so? Well, I suppose that'll be alright. I sense some mass intent coming from you. Over the place below here is where all of the hell's masses so to the bottom. It's a helpless place, worthy of being called a true hell. For your own safety, advise against going there with a half-hearted conviction. I understand completely, as long as no freak accidents occur. To the next one. The Cursed Liquid's true form. Sea of Petroleum. Petroleum, an entire ocean of it. I also thought this was the form of blood pools. When on earth did it turn into this? Another oil bandit, huh? This oil is going to be the trump card for us, the Goyoku Alliance. You service reds aren't going to get a single drop of it. Who are you? What do you care? Get the heck out of here, oil bandit! Extraction, black water that changes the world's ways. Distillation, forcible and immature distillation process. Get pillared. Ow. Avarice, gluttony not meant to exist in this world. You're still not fighting me seriously, are you? Well, a lot of exercise makes for an empty stomach. By the way, did a human come down here very recently? Yeah, she did. Gal named Reimu Hakane. I sent her back up one of the Blazing Hell's updrafts. That's good to hear. Incidentally, I don't think you've given me your name yet. I'm Kanako Yasuka, a mountain god. You are? Yuma Totetsu, the one who's gonna rule over the Amarum someday. Yuma Totetsu with a giant spoon. ruler of beasts. My, I must apologize. I hadn't heard anything about there being a sea of petroleum down here, though. Would you mind explaining that? Can't say I hate people who know their manners. You really want to hear? You see, this black water's not actually pure oil, you see. I thought as much. Now things are getting interesting. Take a closer look. The truth ought to reveal itself to you. There it is. Haha. The hell of blood pools and ants, 5 organisms dripping head to toe with hatred. And every last one of those combustible fuel. I can hardly breathe of laughter. This is Blackwater's true form. It really is all blood. After all, well, I've heard of petroleum being called the Earth's blood. Seems like you dug up the lake of blood that was sleeping beneath our former health. So I suppose the oil flowing up the surface is beginning this cursed blood's awakening? That doesn't bode well at all. What's gotten you so afraid? Petroleum has always been produced from organic beings, hasn't it? This token has always been made from fear, pleasure, grief, loathing, and resentment of living creatures. You'd have to be stupid not to take full advantage of such utterly cursed oil, right? And now that you know the secret, I've got a job in store for you. As yet another organic being, it's time for you to ride the nag and become another drop of this oil. Blood drawing. Blood of Gaia. Refinement. Recollection of cursed blood. This isn't going well. Dinner of Totetsu, the Avarice Beast God. I wonder if I remember how to do this. There we go. With only half a heart left. The Moria Shrine. A shrine located on Yokai Mountain. It has a sightseeing ropeway connected to the foot of the mountain. It's a scenic spot where one can look over the lake and the rest against Tokyo. So there was a petroleum underneath the hell of blazing fires? Yes, there was. It was practically a sea petroleum down there. There was also some strange woman when I went down there. A strange woman? She claimed to be one of the animals from the Amarum, so it was kind of creepy. I've been working to scare her off, so the oil should erupt a bit less. So Amy went home, huh? What'd she say? I think she went underground to do her job properly this time. The oil eruptions do seem to be subsided. She seems to think it was her doing. Really, I'm the one doing all the hard work in the underground. What kind of beast was that woman underground? A touty, a greedy, rapacious, blah, and yet I can't help but be reminded of the outside world whenever I look at that oil-guzzling beast. Haha, when I was thinking the same thing, we've been very distracted from the truth about that petroleum, but something made by burning living things ought to be extremely cursed, right? She had figured that the oil eruptions were probably a natural phenomenon caused by the reawakening of the former hells of blood pools. She wasn't sure if Totetsu would awaken the hell of blood pools or if its awakening was what caused Totetsu to get involved. But she had to conclude that the only way to stop the oil eruption was to work alongside Totetsu. In other words, Totetsu would manage the underground petroleum to prevent it from gushing up again. Any oil that leaked up in the future would either be incinerated in the furnace or dealt with by Kanako. A secret contract to be made in the dark underground, unknown to all. Well, that's that. Hope you all enjoyed. Yay. This will be the only one for this week, which you probably know at this point. So until next time, take care everyone. Have a great day.